Hey everyone, welcome back to Great Northwest Weaponry. This is Thomas, and today we are doing gun room walkthrough round 3. So I recently reached capacity in this room once again. As again indicated, this is the third gun room walkthrough, and the reason for that is expansion. This time we once again simply ran out of room for rifles. Rifles are definitely the harder of between rifles and pistols to make room for. We've also had a number of cool guns come in that haven't been properly introduced on the channel yet, or have only been briefly mentioned or seen at the tail end of certain videos, such as the Springfield Model 1903. A lot of stuff had to get moved around to make this work, and before we get into that, though, before we get into the modifications that I've made, just a brief statement about release schedule for videos for the next, I don't know, hopefully not more than a month, but we right now here in Oregon are once again in a situation where there are wildfires. None are particularly close to my house this time, unlike last year, but once again, the woods are closed down to shooting. As such, making new videos is going to be very difficult to do. Ironically, the woods got shut down less than a week after I filmed a video that has not yet been released, a demo of my Carcano Machete M91. And oddly, last time this happened was less than a week after I had filmed the video on my Carcano M38. So apparently I should stop filming videos on Carcanos because fires happen when I do. That video will probably be the next one to be released. I would like to do a day at the range video before that. I will be releasing a video probably about 5 days after posting this one. But after that, it could be 2 or more weeks before I'm able to get more content. I have some ideas of potential, in event of not being able to shoot, videos that I could do, such as demos on fighting knives from World War I. I've got a couple that would be interesting to take a look at. Possibly the restoration of a World War I trench shield that I have. But it's definitely going to be difficult for me to make videos for the moment. I've got some ideas, but we'll just have to wait and see what pans out. For the time being, I have one video already made and ready to be shot. So this video here is going to function both as a walkthrough of the newly remodeled gun room, as well as, you know, an announcement of what's going on, because I'm sure some of you may have noticed at this point, this is probably the longest that we've gone without posting a video. We're just over 2 weeks as of recording this video, and I plan on dropping this video tonight. But before we go through and take a look at all the modifications that I made this go around, I'm going to show you a couple before and after pictures. And now we are going to go into a first-person view so I can walk around and show you what all was changed individually, as well as take a brief peek at anything that we haven't actually demoed on the channel yet. First, and definitely the least extravagant modification, you may have noticed in the past, we had trim set up high on the right side, and none around the back or left side. That has now been corrected. The reason for the trim on the right side was actually because the ceiling is not level, and it was basically just there to hide it, but I decided I want it to be even. Now, the biggest modification is actually going to be down low. So you can see there's kind of a mess of wires because we've got an outlet over here, but we've got a couple fighting knives here, as mentioned earlier. Then this new lower horizontal rifle rack. So here we've got one that we haven't actually taken a peek at yet, the one that I actually mentioned already. Got the Carcano Machete M91. Then of course we've still got the top rack. We've now got 3 new spaces. We were actually overflowed when I did this, so in spite of making room for 4 more here, we only freed up 3 spaces. However, there is enough space here. I could currently hang 1 more below this one, and if I cinched these all up by about 2 inches, I could hang 2 more. So there is definitely room to further expand. We have kept the longer bayonets, any sword bayonets basically right where they were, and then moved way over here. All the shorter bayonets are now mounted to the left wall ahead of the rifle rack. There's definitely room to fit a lot more. And then we've got, of course, rifle rack here that is completely full. Got the Springfield Model 1903 that we have not yet taken a look at, as well as, hopefully, the next one that I'll get to do a demo of, the Hakim. That's one that I'm fairly excited to do. We have not taken a look at a semi-automatic vintage military surplus rifle yet. Pistol rack has largely stayed the same. There's been a couple of new additions, namely the Luger, which is another one of them that I'm wanting to take a peek at soon. And then Webley Mark IV. We've had this one for a while. And again, I'm very much intending to do a demo on that soon. Other than that, the only one currently in here that has not been looked at yet is right here. We've got a Hanyang Type 88. This one is strange. I actually got a really cool cartouche down at the bottom on the butt there. Very cool rifle. So yeah, that is pretty much the extent of the modifications. Room has been made for another 3 rifles currently, but up to 5. One of those spots will be filled within the week, actually. There's plenty of room for more pistols. I've got some of the knickknacks down low, can be moved. That spot is made with the intention of putting more pistols. And another thing that I actually forgot to show. We had done a modification for ease of pistol removal. So we'd already done a hook on the left side, but now we have added a hook, and we're in my shadow, on the left side. I think I said left side earlier, I meant right side. So now it can be unhooked from either side so as to remove pistols from wherever with ease without having to snake this string all the way through every trigger guard to get to the final piece. Did that on every row. Sorry, we're standing in my shadow, but yeah, there you have it. Over the course of the walkthrough, you guys may have realized there's not really a lot more that I could do to make room for more rifles if and when we fill this last 5 spots, of which I say is about to go down to 4. Though technically at the moment it's only 2, I would have to cinch up the rifles on the left to make the room for the others, though that would be a very simple modification. We would not be dedicating a whole video to that. It would just be an expansion of an existing setup. But in this current configuration, this is probably going to be the last major remodel of this room. The only other thing that I could see doing is maybe making another rifle rack like this one that starts here to the ground. And yeah, if after we reach that point, if we fill that, there's not room for more rifles. That being said, as I add rifles to the collection, it is harder and harder for me to find the rifles that I'm still looking for. So probably going to be seeing more pistols coming in the not too distant future. Still got gobs of guns to demo. I mean, there's the 5 of mine that we haven't even touched yet, plus the Carcano that will be airing soon, as well as a number of guns owned by friends of mine that have said that I could do demos of them. So there'll be a lot of demos. We've got near infinite options for versus and day at the range videos. Right now, it's just a matter of me being able to shoot them. And currently, in the state of Oregon, I cannot. So hopefully that situation ends soon. I never thought that I would actually beg for rain, but come on, give us some rain. Meanwhile, hope you all enjoyed. Hope you don't mind waiting a little extra long for videos, because I really have no way of determining how long it is going to be before I can shoot another shooting video the way that I like to. I've got some ideas for if it gets to be too long. If it gets anywhere near a month of me still not being able to shoot another video for you guys, I'll figure something out. But should give me some time to compile research on any guns that we have not yet demoed. A lot of the research already is compiled, but by the time everything opens back up and there's no more fire danger, we'll definitely be seeing a wave of content coming you guys' way, and I'll probably be posting videos weekly for a little while, just to kind of make up for you guys' patience. So thank you for bearing with me here. Hope you all enjoyed. and we'll be seeing you next time on Great Northwest Weaponry.